Have you ever heard of a woman so brave that she walked into the hands of her people's enemies and still returned stronger? A woman whose name refuses to fade, no matter how many years pass? Today, I will tell you a story of courage, sacrifice, and love. This is the story of Moremi Ajasoro, the woman who saved her people. Long, long ago, before loud cities, before cars, before electricity, there was a peaceful kingdom called Ile-Ife. People woke up to the songs of birds. Children played in the red sand. Farmers returned from their farms with baskets full of yam, cassava, and vegetables. Traders sold pepper and cloth in the market. Life was simple and sweet. But one thing disturbed the happiness of the people. Every once in a while, a strange group of raiders attacked the town. Nobody knew who they were or where they came from. They wore masks made from raffia. Their bodies were covered in strange leaves. Their voices sounded like spirits. The people of Ife called them the forest people, or the Igbo raiders. When these raiders entered the town, fear walked with them. They burned houses, they stole food, they carried people away. And because they wore disguises, the people believed they were not human. They believed these raiders were powerful spirits who could not be fought or defeated. In that time of fear lived a woman named Moremi Ajasoro. Moremi was not just known for her beauty. Many people in the town were beautiful. What made her special was her spirit. She was strong, wise, and brave. Her eyes always looked bright, like someone who carried a secret fire. She was married to Oramian, a respected man, and together they had a son named Olorogbo, a boy full of laughter and promise. Moremi loved her town. She loved her family. And every time the raiders attacked, she felt pain, not for herself but for her people. One night after another attack, Moremi stayed awake. She could hear cries from the market. She could hear children asking why the raiders hated them. And deep inside her something rose, something strong and unstoppable. If we do nothing, she whispered, they will destroy us all. Moremi decided to seek help from the river goddess, Ezinmirin. The river flowed behind her village, calm, deep, and wise. Many people believed the river carried secrets of the earth. Late at night, when the moon was shining and the world was silent, Moremi walked to the riverbank. She removed her shoes and placed her feet into the cool water. Then she knelt down and closed her eyes. She spoke softly but clearly. Great Mother of the river, I come to you with a heavy heart. My people suffer. My home is in danger. Show me what to do. Help me save my land. The river moved gently as if listening. Then Moremi made a vow. If you guide me and help me save my people, I will give you anything you ask, anything you desire. The river's surface rippled, though no wind was blowing. Moremi felt chills on her skin. She knew the goddess had heard her. With that vow, the journey began. Moremi was not like the others who lived in fear of the raiders. She watched them carefully during each attack. She noticed how the raiders moved, how they shouted, how they carried things. Something inside her whispered, these are not spirits, they are human. Her mind worked day and night until she formed a daring plan. A plan so risky that no one else would dare even think of it. She would allow herself to be captured. She believed that if she lived among the raiders, she would learn their secrets, their weaknesses, their habits, and their true identities. One evening, when the sky turned orange and the sun was going down, Moremi walked alone near the outskirts of the town. She wore simple clothes and carried a small basket, pretending to be a trader returning home late. Not long after, the raiders appeared, loud, frightening, and covered in raffia. They captured her and took her away into the thick forest. But she did not scream. She did not beg. She walked with them calmly, just as she had planned. The journey was long. For hours, they moved through tall trees, stepping over roots and stones. At last, they reached the raiders' camp. There, Moremi learned a shocking truth. The raiders were not spirits. They were ordinary men from a neighboring land. They only looked like spirits because of their costumes and masks made from raffia and dried leaves. But the raiders did not harm her. In fact, they admired her beauty and intelligence. They treated her well and welcomed her into their community. Some even believed she had been sent by the gods. Moremi watched and learned. She observed how they prepared their disguises. She listened to their conversations. She noticed that the raffia costumes burned easily in fire. She realized that their greatest fear was flame. If my people know this, she thought, they will no longer fear these raiders. She stayed in the camp long enough to learn everything she needed. Then one night, when everyone was asleep, she escaped quietly. She moved through the forest with the moon lighting her path, and before sunrise, she reached the walls of Ile-Ife again. Her people welcomed her with surprise and joy. Many believed she had died. They touched her hands and hair, making sure she was real. When she told them what she had learned, hope returned to their hearts. The next time the raiders attacked, the people of Ife were ready. They carried torches and firewood. They hid behind trees and waited for the right moment. When the raiders ran into the town with their raffia costumes, trying to scare everyone, the people did not run. They did not scream. They did not hide. Instead, they lifted their burning torches. The raiders panicked. Their raffia costumes began to burn easily. Their masks caught fire. For the first time, they realized that the people of Ife were no longer afraid of them. The raiders ran. They dropped their weapons. They never returned. And just like that, Ile-Ife was free. The people danced. They sang Moremi's name. They called her a savior, a hero, a mother to all. But while the people celebrated, Moremi remembered the vow she made at the river. The goddess had helped her. And now the goddess would ask for her reward. Moremi returned to the river, just as she had done before. The night was quiet, and the moon shone on the water like silver. "Great Mother of the river," Moremi said, "I have fulfilled my mission. My people are safe. I have come to keep my promise." The river stirred. Moremi felt a cold wind pass over her skin. Then she heard the message. The goddess wanted her most precious possession, not her jewelry, not her clothes, not her farm or her wealth. The goddess asked for her only son, Olurogbo. Moremi's heart broke. She cried until her voice became weak. She begged the goddess to choose something else, but the goddess remained silent. Her vow had been made. It could not be undone. Moremi returned home with a heavy heart. She held her son tightly. She watched him laugh and play. She memorized his face, knowing the day of sacrifice was near. When the day came, the town gathered. Many cried because they loved Olurogbo. They loved Moremi. They knew this was a sacrifice greater than any battle. With tears rolling down her face, Moremi gave her son to the goddess. The sacrifice was made. Olurogbo's spirit rose, and the people believed he became an immortal being in the heavens. Moremi fell to her knees, but the people lifted her up. They surrounded her with love and respect. They understood that she had given more than anyone could ever give. Because of her, their children were safe. Their homes were safe. Their land was safe. Even after many years passed, Moremi's story did not fade. Children grew up hearing her name. Hunters told her story by the fire. Mothers sang songs about her strength. In Ile-Ife, a great statue was built in her honor, so tall that it touches the sky, reminding everyone that courage can come from anyone, even from a single woman with a brave heart. Till today, festivals are held to remember her. The people still honor Olurogbo, the boy who became a symbol of sacrifice. Moremi's story teaches us many lessons. That bravery is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite fear. That love for one's people can guide a person to do great things. That every victory has a price, and some sacrifices remain unforgettable. But above all, her story teaches that a single person, one voice, one heart can change the fate of an entire people. And so whenever the wind moves through the forests of Ile-Ife, whenever the river shines under the moon, whenever a mother holds her child close, the memory of Moremi lives on. She is not just a hero of the past. She is a reminder of what bravery looks like, a reminder of what sacrifice means, a reminder that legends are not born, they are made through choices, courage, and love. This is the story of Moremi Ajasoro, the woman who faced fear, saved her people, and became a legend